Well, big promises from a big man. Shaquille O'Neal met Kings owners Vivek, Ranadive, and Mastrov for dinner tonight.
Let me be the first to tell you, Sacramento's about to be popping.
Ooh, big words there, huh? The legendary center says that he can help the team, specifically DeMarcus Cousins.
New tonight, Steve Large is live in Menlo Park. More on the exclusive meeting, and you got some big players sitting down at one big table, it sounds like to me, Steve.
You wonder who's going to pick up the check with this one. It's going to be an expensive tab, probably. Look, how strange to see this happening after all those years. Shaquille O'Neal dressed up, geared up against the Kings. Tonight, it looked like he was on the Kings team. He met with the new Kings owners here at the posh Rosewood Resorts. And probably the biggest revelation that came out of the exchange I was able to have with them is that Shaquille O'Neal says he will now be tutoring DeMarcus Cousins. Only CBS 13 had a camera capturing Shaquille O'Neal, Mastrov, and Vivek Ranadive for a meeting at this exclusive Silicon Valley resort. What's on the menu?
I think dinner, right?
O'Neal told me he's been friends with Mastrov for years, and that Mastrov has now asked him to help with Kings center DeMarcus Cousins.
And I'm going to make DeMarcus Cousins the best big man in the game.
Are you going to be consulting for the Kings?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm just friends with Mark and, you know, Mr. V right now. You know, that's not really important. You know, Mark has asked me to talk to him and tutor him, so.
O'Neal also said he's seen the Kings owners' plans for a new arena, and he's impressed.
The new arena will probably be, well, will be the best arena in the country, technology-wise, and around it. They have a lot more acres for retails, for condos, for nightlife.
Vivek Ranadive, on a hiring spree for his front office in recent days, said O'Neal's social media skills also make him a valuable contact.
Just on the eve of the NBA draft.
Well, actually, I was getting advice from him on what companies to invest in, because this man knows social networking. So he was showing my kids the latest social apps.
One of the game's greatest big men, now advising the Kings on growing a great franchise. Just for some context now, it was back in February of the All-Star break. I actually had a chance to talk to Shaquille O'Neal in Houston, and I asked him what he thought about the possibility of the Kings staying in Sacramento. This is, again, just 3 months ago. He thought the team had already been sold and the deal was done and they were moving to Seattle. Fast forward 3 months later, and now he's sounds like working to some degree with the Sacramento Kings ownership group, the new ownership group. They met at 8:45 for this dinner, so chances are, unless they're fast eaters, they're still inside. And again, no word on who's going to be picking up the tab, but I'm guessing it won't be Shaq.
I got to tell you, Christina and I just love Ranadive's dry sense of humor. That dude is a funny guy. And, I mean, how involved is Shaquille O'Neal going to be with the Kings? Are you getting any indication right now, Steve?
You know, he left it a little open, but he said in no uncertain terms that Mastrov has asked him to work with DeMarcus Cousins and that he wants him to be the best center in the league. And on face value, you have to imagine that Shaquille O'Neal will now be doing that.
That's quite a story, Steve. Thanks very much. Live for us tonight from Menlo Park.
Hashtag bigger than basketball.
And new tonight, the City Council of Sacramento approved $6.5 million to launch the new downtown arena project. That money from the city's parking fund will be used to hire a team of consultants. It includes $258 million subsidy that the city promised to give for the nearly $447 million arena project.
Well, Kings fans are getting a chance to pick their own seats for the upcoming season. Fans showed up to Sleep Train Arena today to physically sit in the seats that they wanted. With more than 95% renewal rate already, this is the highest turnout for the event since the early 2000s.
It's a good time. We had about 10-15 minutes to check out the different views and decided on our seat.
I was very impressed with the moment I walked in, actually, and how they went from room to room, and they catered to us.
Well, get this, fans also had a chance to shoot a half-court shot, and if they made it, their seat was free. So far, we're told there were 5 winners, which is pretty incredible.
Nice.
Not including our own Rob McAllister, but that's okay. Kings fans are invited to the 2013 NBA draft party Thursday at Sleep Train Arena. It runs from 4 to 7 in the evening, and you can watch the draft on big screen TVs along with the Kings players.
I just get back to Ranadive.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think this guy is going to be so fun to cover.
Yeah.
I mean, he deflected the question with humor and just like that. He's a
delightful
well,
he's a smart guy.
Quick dude, obviously.
But that was great. And
I'm asking him about social media.
Yeah.
You're asking nobody about nothing, Ranadive.
Well, that was fun, and that whole Shaq thing is going to be real interesting to see how that all plays out.